Welcome to the second episode of the It's Good to Be Different podcast. Today I will be talking about what mental health is, common myths with mental health, why everyone has mental health just like how everyone has physical health, and what you can expect from future episodes. First, I'll talk about what mental health is. When people hear the words mental health, they often think of mental illness, but that's not what mental health means. Mental health is something every one of us has. It's about how we think, how we feel, and how we respond to life's ups and downs. It influences how we deal with stress, connect with other people, and make decisions. Just like how we look after our physical health by eating well, exercising, and getting enough sleep, we can also take steps to look after our mental health. The first myth I will talk about is mental health only matters if you have mental illness. Everyone has mental health, just like everyone has physical health. It changes over time and is influenced by things like stress, relationships, sleep, and life events. Mental health always matters, even if someone isn't mentally ill. The next myth is people with mental health conditions are weak. Mental health conditions are not a sign of weakness or lack of character. They can affect anyone, regardless of age, background, or success. If anything, I think it makes a person stronger if they struggle and get through life that way. The third myth is that people can just snap out of it. While support, healthy habits, and medication can help, mental health conditions aren't something people can choose to stop experiencing. If people could just stop experiencing it, then they definitely would. The fourth myth is talking about mental health makes it worse. Many people find that it helps to talk about how they feel or even writing it down in a journal. The fifth myth is that only adults struggle with their mental health. Children, teenagers, adults, and older people can struggle with their mental health. Many teenagers struggle with their mental health and they start struggling at a young age. It isn't something that you can only get once you're an adult. The sixth myth is that you should only go to therapy if you're in crisis. Therapy is a good way to make yourself feel better by talking about your feelings. Going to therapy can also stop people from getting to the point of crisis. The seventh myth is if someone looks fine, it means they are fine. There's song lyrics that say you can walk straight through hell with a smile. I think that's so true because you never know what someone's going through, and sometimes the loudest person in a room can be the person that's struggling the most. The eighth myth is that mental health never improves. People have good mental health days and bad mental health days. They can even go months or even years feeling anxious or depressed. But you should remember that no feeling ever lasts forever and your mental health will improve over time. The final myth is that if someone is doing well at school or work, they can't be struggling. Many people continue to perform well while they're dealing with anxiety, depression, or other mental health challenges. Doing well at something doesn't always reflect how someone is feeling inside. Now I'll talk about how everyone has mental health, even if you think you don't. Imagine if someone said, I don't have physical health. That wouldn't make sense. We all have physical health. It might be in great shape, it might need some attention, or we might be recovering from an illness, but we all have it. Mental health is exactly the same. Now I would like to tell you a bit what you can expect from future episodes. So, in future episodes, I will be talking about how to handle stress before it becomes too much, breaking the stigma around mental health, self-care tips that work for me and maybe you would like to try out too, what is anxiety and how to cope, understanding depression, sleep and mental health, managing overthinking, burnout, grief, what therapy is like, how to support a friend or family member struggling with mental health at school and work. The quote of the week this week is if you want the rainbow, you have to put up with the storm. Thank you for listening. See you next week.